million black victims of Americanism are waking up, and they're gaining a new political consciousness.
What's going on, brother?
You're in a position to determine who'll go to the White House and who'll stay in the doghouse. You're the one who has that power. You can keep Johnson in Washington, D.C., or you can send him back to his Texas cotton patch. You're the one who sent Kennedy to Washington. You're the one who put the present Democratic administration in Washington, D.C.
Well, it's just gonna be
whites
me
were
and you.
evenly divided. It was the fact that you threw 80% of your votes behind the Democrats that put the Democrats in the White House.
I can barely hear the music. Can you?
When you see this, you can see that the Negro vote is the key factor. And despite the fact that you are in a position to be the determining factor,
that's my girl Sharon Ray in the background.
The Democrats have been in Washington, D.C. only because of the Negro vote. They've been down there 4 years. And all other legislation they wanted to bring up, they brought it up and got it out of the way, and now they bring up you. And now they bring up you. You put them first and they put you last, because you're a chump. The party that you back controls 2/3 of the House of Representatives in the Senate, and still they can't keep their promise to you. Anytime you throw your weight behind a political party that controls 2/3 of the government, and that party can't keep the promise that it made to you during election time, and you're dumb enough to walk around continuing to identify yourself with that party, you're not only a chump, but you're a traitor to your race.
Killing people. You know, we trying to lead the way to a theme that I all call, and I also do conference called No More Tears, where we like the middle of the night phone calls, we trying to eliminate. So, you know, and you are deeply involved in our prison reform, and that's right together, y'all, with me, as far as our goals of trying to, you on one hand, with the stories of people that you are trying to stand up for that have been unfairly sentenced, wrongfully convicted. At the end of the day, it's other people involved in these people's situations. So we are together. So you can help me, because I'm trying to reach these people before they be involved in the system.
To commit a crime, right?
Yeah, I mean, like when I was in California, I don't take time off. I talk to strangers, and I was in LA, California, scared as ever, but running my mouth like I was in Flint, Michigan. Running my mouth like I was in Flint. Real talk.
You know, some of the things that's going in. Are we live right now?
Yeah, we live right now. So I just want you to just tell about some of the stories of some of the families that people that you're talking to that are helping you. And then I got to salute. Hold on, let me hold on. I'm going to be talking about 2 more minutes, D. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
But I got to salute you because you are everywhere when it comes to prison reform. You're not just you're not just you. You see what I'm saying? You're not just you. You are your supporter. I see you holding the camera up. I see you in front of the camera. I see you just clapping. I see you setting up tables. I see you doing it all at all different functions all around, not just in Detroit. And I salute you for that.
Yeah,
and you had a wonderful show today. You had a wonderful show today. So, my friend Darius, I'm slipping because if I would have told T to play the song, he would have played it, but I didn't do it. That's on me. but it's a lyric in that song to where he say, it's a real thing. All the sight, no, what he say? No, it's a collect call. They just let it ring. Out of sight, out of mind. That's a real thing. Never know until you go. It's a funeral. So, if you could, just those lyrics right there, could you just elaborate on some of the people that you're dealing with as far as to how these inmates are missing things because they are incarcerated, how their family is missing them and having to go through things because they are incarcerated?
Okay. First of all, I want to say thank you, brother, for giving me the opportunity to be on your platform. Thank you for that.
Salute you, brother. And hold on. Let me cut you off one more time. And that's how I interview. So you have 10 to 15 minutes because I want you to tell them. I want you to tell them after you do that. I want you to tell them what you are presently doing, people you are presently standing up for, any upcoming rallies you plan on participating in, or anybody else that you want to mention that need some recognition, some support.
Okay.
Is the floor is yours, brother?
Well, like I said, bro, thanks for that, giving me the opportunity to be on your platform and to discuss some of the issues that's going on with the incarcerated, this mass incarcerated. We all know that it's everywhere, man. It ain't just here in Michigan. It's just, you can name every state on the map, and every state on the map got people incarcerated. You know, so we know that people being incarcerated is business. We know that it's a big business, and sometimes in big corporations, you know, it's hard to try to maneuver and get to the top of the ladder to get some things done. So, you know, when you get your loved one taken away from you, man, it's a feeling that go with that. You know what I'm saying? It's a feeling that go with that. You know, if you ever had somebody that you know that ever been incarcerated, man, and you hung out with them, you did everything with this individual. You could be your homeboy, your homegirl, your cousin, whoever. You know what I'm saying? But when that person, you know, is living a lifestyle, or they might not even be living that lifestyle, but 9 times out of 10 people living a lifestyle that, you know, in the ghetto. I'm gonna keep it real. You know, people in the ghetto tend to, you know, thrive and do certain things that, you know, that's against the law that shouldn't be done. So a lot of people get caught up in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Some people get railroaded when they go to court, you know, just because they was affiliated with a certain individual in the hood. And to get to the bottom of it, when they go to prison, you know, that's something that we don't wish that on nobody, you know, because, you know, once you get there, you know, it's a whole nother community there. You know what I'm saying? And when you are part of another community, leaving from the community that you just left, you know, some people go to prison and see the same individuals that they was in the hood with. So they kind of feel comfortable being around somebody they know. You know, but for the person that's in there that has a loved one that's out here, you know, it's like a brain freeze, bro. You try to put in your head that you're gonna support this individual, you're gonna, you know, take their phone calls, you're gonna send them money, and you're gonna do everything you can to help them, you know, do their time. But that's not always the case. You know what I'm saying? So people say that, you know, out of sight, out of mind. You know, that's where that comes from. And a lot of people feel that way because once the individual goes somewhere that's not in that community or not in that setting where they used to seeing them, or they can call them on the phone, or they can pull up on them, you know, they tend to start living their life. Not saying that they forget about people, but it's just, you know, we got things to do out here. Other people got responsibility, you know. So I just say for people that got loved ones that's incarcerated, you know, sometimes you do, because it took me a while. Let me give you a scenario. You know, my nephew got convicted of a crime that got him life in prison without parole. And I was on parole when he caught his case. You know what I'm saying? So when that happened, I'm like, man, I'm just coming home and I'm on parole and you going in there. You know what I'm saying? So that was like a shock to me. It kind of shocked me. It kind of shocked my brother-in-law, because my brother-in-law felt like this. He's like, man, I done lost my son to the street. You know, he broke down. You know, my nephew's father broke down because he felt that he failed his son, his only son. You know what I'm saying? So it took a long time for us to really, you know, accept that, you know. And when I say a long time, I mean some years. You know, I had to listen to people saying, you know, why your nephew do what he did. You know, he shouldn't have did what he did. He knew better than what he did, but you know, he got himself in trouble. Now he got to deal with it. I had to listen to that from a lot of people that knew my nephew. I had to listen to that from my family members. You know, I had to listen to that from people just, you know, in general. You know, and that gave me a sense to say, well, you know, not out of sight, out of mind, because my nephew was never out of my mind. It's just that it wasn't nothing I could do. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't, what can I do? But you did what you did, you know, and they gave you what they gave you. You know, when you're growing up in the urban community, we ain't got thousands of dollars to put up for lawyers to get you out. So, you know, that's a choice you made to do the act that you did to get you there. You know, that's the first thing that I had to tell my nephew when I talked to him. You know, like, you did this, you did that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to reap what you sow. You know, even though it might be a hard pill to swallow, but you know, you did it. But now you got individuals that's out in, like I said, individuals, his friends, family members, and everybody, you know, saying he you know, not he deserved what he got, but he there now. You got to deal with it because ain't nothing we can do. So it took some years, man, for me to even let that register in my brain that my nephew is in prison and I'm just coming home from prison. So, you know, I did what I could do for my nephew all the while he was there, and I still do that today, but I do it on a greater scale now. I do it in a different way now. You know what I'm saying? You know, because God gave me the ability to use this social media. You know, I never was on social media. I didn't get on social media. I had a private life. You know what I'm saying? I had a private life. I kept my life out the radar because I didn't want to be involved with social media. You know, a lot of people to this day don't be on social media because they live a private life. You know, they don't want to get involved in Facebook or none of the things that's available to them to be able to get their voice out here or to be able to, you know, explain to other people what's going on. That's why it's good to have. I love the social media now. I ain't gonna say I love it, but I use it as a platform for the good and not for just playing and not for just, you know, doing TikToks and you know, it's something relevant that I can use. I took it and studied it and processed it and said, this is what I'm going to do. So
I commend you for that too. Like I said earlier, man, like you and Yosa and you and I was thinking about another word today, consistent. Yeah. You are very consistent and I ain't finna have too many people that ain't consistent about getting something done, because in 2020 and 23, that's all me. I'm trying to solve something. I'm trying to solve something. I'm not trying to be a hot topic person.
Exactly. So let me say this. You know, I used to say that a lot too. Trying. I'm not trying, bro. I'm doing it. So when you that's something I took out of my vocabulary. You know, it ain't no. You know, I tell Susan that, I tell my nephew, when we sit down and have a conversation and they come up to me and say, this is what we gonna try to do. No, this is what we about to do. It ain't about trying no more, because when you try, you know, my mother always told me this about trying, which is a good thing. You know, she always used to tell me, nothing beats a failure. Nothing beats a failure but a try. You know, that's the only way you can beat a failure, if you try. But you know what beats a try? Just to go ahead and do it and be consistent at doing it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't got that concept to where they can sit back and say, you know, I'm gonna start this project and you know, you sit back and contemplate on what you want to do and pray on what you want to do and focus on what you want to do and a vision and make that vision of what you want to do. And now it's in your head. That's in your head. So if I come to you and say, Rich, man, I've been thinking, man, I'm about to do this project, man. And I elaborate on you what the project is. And you don't know the whole outcome of the project because it's not your project. It's not nothing that you first seen. You already seen the end result of what you're gonna be doing. You know what I'm saying? So when you sit back and I display it to you, your thoughts gonna run through your head. Majority of the people that when you talk to somebody about a project that they got going on and something that they want to do, first thing they do is they start looking at the negative part about how you're not gonna be able to do it. That's the first thing a person say. How you gonna do that, man? You ain't got a. How you gonna go to work? How you gonna go to work way over there? You don't even got a car. They don't know you got a bike in the garage. You get on the ride.
Let me cut you off for 1 minute. But see, that's the reason why I love that I majored in business. Whenever I said to do something, I said it as if I lose. That way. Whatever comes my way that I supposed to make me lose, I'm ready for it.
Prepare for it. You prepare for it.
Yeah. So and you know,
and let me say this.
And that's the reason why that's the reason why the word consistency is sticking with me, because I don't see consistency. I see consistency with you.
Yeah, you're gonna continue.
You're consistent.
The reason why I'm so consistent is because now I make this it's a passion now. It's a passion. It ain't no more. It's something that I like to do. It's something that I want to do. So it's a passion. So yeah, I'm gonna get up in the morning and make sure that before 10 o'clock I'm gonna have everything in order so I can get on and do what I gotta do because it's my passion. You know what I'm saying? I look at it like this as well, you know. In my mind, you know, I got people counting on me, man. I got people counting on me. People ready to get on this phone. I miss a phone call. You know, they going throughout their day in prison. That's a lot of people who I communicate with. They make it in a way, and it ain't hard to get on that phone in prison, bro. Let me tell you that. You know, it ain't hard. That phone is like a necessity to some people. You know what I'm saying? And only certain people can get on that phone at a certain time. So you got to just imagine the maneuvers that individuals have to do to be able to get on the phone, just to talk, to get on the live with me. You know what I'm saying? It don't take me nothing but to get up in the morning and wash my face and brush my teeth and come in here and click the button. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? They gotta schedule this thing. They gotta talk to people, bro. I need to use that phone tomorrow at 10 o'clock. But you know, at 10 o'clock, I'll be on the phone at 10 o'clock. So then they got a politics behind it. You know, and sometimes it can get kind of discouraging. Some people be like, man, you know what? I ain't gonna even jump on that phone because I ain't trying to go through no problems with this individual. You know what I'm saying? But thank God that the people that I do communicate with is able to make a way to jump on that phone and call and take.
Man, I salute you. You know? And if we could ever set any of them up to where they can come and get on, or it ain't just you, they welcome.
No doubt.
Let them know they welcome to share their stories, especially if they want anything to deter these youth. My thing of it is, I'm trying to look. I'm doing a thing called show as they grow. Whatever we want them to grow into, show it to them. If we don't want them doing it, don't show it to them. These are innocent kids.
And like
you don't like that music, don't play your radio, don't buy the CDs. It don't make no sense. The songs that these kids know, the goals that these kids have, we need to change all that.
Well, that start with all that. Let me say this, brother Rich.
That start with us.
It start with us. It start with
it's everything against them. It's everything against them. That's why I go to 10-year-old kids and I tell them to you got your little brothers and sisters watching you. You know what you getting away with ain't right. Just because you getting away with it don't mean that it's right. You know you doing wrong. Don't let your brothers and sisters grow up like that. I'll tell everybody that.
Yeah.
Because we got to stop. The only way we can stop this is to stop showing. I talked to juveniles in a juvenile detention center, and I asked them, why are you here? Are you here for something that you created? Are you here for something that you didn't watch somebody else do? And they all said it was something that they watched somebody else do.
So you know, with the children, man, we got to be able to install in them, just, in our studies. They got to be able to distinguish truth from falsehood, for one. You know what I'm saying? They got to be able to know that what's real and what ain't real. You know what I'm saying? Like when we grew up, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how old you are, but I know you had to see back in the day, we used to watch the brothers pass by in these Cadillacs, and they got all this jewelry on, they wearing all this stuff, and they got this money, and we popularly did that. We wanted to be like that. So we was watching them, not knowing that some of the things they was doing was just mythical things. They was portraying the beat, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of our youth don't look at what things, the reality of things. They looking at it as what it is, but they're not really looking at that individual. Just for example, I'm just gonna say this, like you say, it's in the music and all that. Some of these high-profile entertainers, I'm not gonna mention no names because I ain't trying to put nobody on blast. But some of these high-profile entertainers, man, rap about dope, they'll rap about killing, they'll rap about stealing, they'll rap about whatever. And they have children of their own. Do you think those high-profile artists are installing in their children to go out and kill, to go out and break, and go out and just cause tussles, bitches and hoes, and, you know what I'm saying? No, they raising their children in the form of son or daughter. This is their number, entertainment. This is all I'm doing is entertaining people. So they got the concept of, oh, my daddy ain't doing it. That stuff he be talking about, he don't do that. So I'm not gonna do it. But they're not telling the individuals that they put that music out to not to do it, especially in our young generation. You know what I'm saying? Our young generation to listen to that,
preach,
and see that, you know what I'm saying?
Preach.
Like, and I'm talking about young. I ain't talking about in their teens. I'm talking about 9,
young,
6, 7-year-old, 3-year-old that's watching that. They can jump on their phone. You know what I'm saying? They can jump on their phone and they can push a button and start listening to all this nonsense and not be aware that it ain't nothing but nonsense. So we got to bring out, like when we raise our children, like my son, he listened to that. He listened to that kind of music. And I had to tell him, yo, that ain't true. Because 9 times out of 10, all the stuff that this person is displaying on this record, he'll be under the prison. If we talking about running up on people, killing them, and all this jury, some of that jury, it's just a fad. It's just some of that stuff that ain't even real. It's just a portrayal for them to look at and for other people to glamorize. And see, that's what our youth do. Our youth minds are so immature. I'm gonna say it like that. Our youth minds are so immature that they glorify certain things. And when you glorify something, it'll tell you in the scriptures, you don't supposed to glorify nothing. You know what I'm saying? You don't supposed to put nothing above God, but God. And a lot of our children don't know that because our parents don't teach them that. They
Man, I hate to cut you off, man, but we got like 5 more minutes. I'm gonna say a couple things, man. But listen, what you just ended, so because man, I've been thinking about like these movies. I mean, I be looking on, and I ain't finna say no name, but they be like bragging and talking like killing 100 people ain't, I'm like, what's going on? I mean, just like, and then look, and then at the end they say, I changed. I ain't with that now. But stop glorifying that. Like, why can't we show somebody like that grew up without selling drugs, that went to college even though their parents was on drugs? Why can't we show them people? It's a whole lot of them. They ain't got one movie about nobody that from the hood and just came in. They making like $100,000 a year. They ain't showing nobody like that.
We gotta change the mindsets, man. And,
yeah, we gotta start highlighting and look. We gotta fight. We gotta fight the same thing that we fought to get this to lead to this kind of destruction. Remember, you couldn't even get a rap song on the radio.
And at the end of the day, man, we got to look at it like we just said. You ain't got that much time, but we got to start informing our children. Oh, that's just entertainment, man. Entertainment. Your child could do that. You could portray somebody that you're not. You could do that just for entertainment purposes only. And that's what they should be saying on these records before they start playing it on the radio and start. This is not to influence anybody.
And recruiting them, and highlighting those kind of artists. Man, it's all the greatest, and I hate to say it, but it's the greatest system ever created called the Willie Lynch syndrome. It's I don't know how old it is, but we still hoodwinked through that, and it's just modern times, but it's the same ending result. Modern times, same. This is crazy, but man, we got to get on and we got to get into that now. Please, everybody, share this. Start teaching what you want your future to be.
That's right. And be consistent.
And look, to do the most impossible, but it ain't impossible because it just got to be a whole lot of willpower. Be consistent. Be consistent. No matter what new pop up, be consistent of making sure that your kids do not grow up a victim of this syndrome that they are possibly pushing them into.
Yeah.
Let's bring back them Sunday dinners.
Yeah.
Let's bring back them Sunday dinners.
Let's bring back, matter of fact, remember when they used to have those kiddie discos? You know what I'm saying? Let's bring the youth together and have some fun. Children supposed to grow up having fun, man. They don't supposed to grow up wondering about what they're gonna walk outside.
All this.
Take it back. Take it back. Take it back. We gotta take it back. We gotta take it back.
We gotta take our hood back.
When you're under pressure, city demons can take your mind like no other. Hey, you gotta have control, even when it's hard. You're all on your own. All up in your city, product of your environment, and the city about got the bedrock diva on this track, yeah. It's city demons in my city, yes indeed it is. Got the crabs in the buckets and the haters working every day. It's systematic shit, we gon' make it anyway.